Before we get started with today's video, guys, I just want to give a friendly reminder, man. We made it to stage 2, first of all. So thank you to anyone who has gone ahead and tossed in a daily vote, or even just one vote. You guys are the real MVP. Right, that's better. So link is in the description for the whole Tuner Battlegrounds competition, guys. I mean, this thing can make it SEMA. Now, don't get me wrong, this thing has a lot of work that needs to be done before we get there. Well, if we get there, we have a lot of work that needs to be done. So, and it all will get done, but it's a matter of getting there. So, same rules apply. Just go ahead and hit the link, log into Facebook, hit the gold star, and you guys can vote once every 24 hours. It would really help me out a lot. And let's get to Vegas this year, man. But without further ado, enjoy the video, guys. Dude, that bumper has changed the game, homie. If you guys missed the whole video, man, go ahead and check it out. I actually painted that sucker myself, and damn, it came out good. So I actually gotta also say, just a quick heads up, I spotted this, it's Twin Z Designs. They have a wide body. Dude, I'll post a picture of it up now. It's actually really got me thinking, so, yeah. I mean, especially with the 2J going in it, man. I mean, the rear fenders get widened out by like 70 mil, so that's gonna be pretty damn sick. As right now though, I'm completely digging the look of the Z. Jay-Z will be here Tuesday. Also, you guys have been kind of just asking about the RB25. This thing here, and actually, by the way, today, it's Sunday, I'm cleaning up this whole garage to make room for the Jay-Z. So I actually sold the RB25. Don't get mad, because first off, it's going to help out with the Jay-Z build, and I actually technically have 2 RB25s, but so I still will have one. So essentially, I'm putting this all back together that we disassembled. We're essentially going to go ahead and do a full out like OEM refresh, standard bearings, main bearings and rod bearings. Keeping standard pistons and rods, we're just going to go ahead and replace new rings. And sorry about the mess, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and clean up here short. You know what? Alright, I'm gonna clean up and then we'll go ahead and talk about it, because I can't even stand looking at this on camera, so let's clean up. Just had to use this old boy to jumpstart this thing, because she was dead. I left my blinkers on for way too long back when this thing blew the tranny, but listen to this, it runs so good still. Like a damn sewing machine, bro. Damn, looks good. Now, if we make it to SEMA, there's definitely a few things we have to address. So, make sure to get that vote in today. Woo, she just sounds real healthy. I love the interior. Yeah. Just a good place to be, man. So I'm gonna let this thing charge up, and I'm actually gonna go ahead and I gotta troubleshoot my radio a little bit. My whole I have like this Bluetooth amplifier in the back here, and it's getting a little bit choppy. I'm just trying to figure out if it's the speakers, which I highly doubt. I think it's just a Bluetooth signal. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is just hook up like an input jack to my phone and see if that kind of helps. Alright, so here's what I found out. Sorry, I couldn't really film anything just because of copyright and stuff like that, but essentially my rear speakers, I think the Bluetooth seems to be fine. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna go ahead, I did find something up with my rear speaker. I think it's called, I told my buddy, he said the coil sounds like it's burnt out, because essentially the woofer has like this rattle to it, but the moment you put a little bit of pressure on the woofer with your hand, it goes right away. I'm gonna send those back in. The front speakers, they seem fine. It just seems like after a while, especially the passenger side, that one chops out and I lose it. So I'm gonna go ahead and maybe just redo all the speaker wiring eventually. Maybe not right now. I'm gonna continue cleaning up the garage. So far, so good. We're making progress. I can walk through here again, which is pretty great. But yes, we are getting ready for this 2J. We'll talk about this in a second. I'm actually gonna go ahead. Let's clean up the table a little bit, get all the junk that's not RB25 related off of it, and we'll talk a little bit about what's going on here.
I just keep the peace and get revenue. Stay true, they never do. Cut all ties, I sever these rappers.
Alright guys, so yes, this actually is technically all sold. We have a huge list of parts, about $1,000 worth of parts coming for this thing. All OEM refresh stuff. So like I was saying, piston rings, main bearings, rod bearings, new oil pump, new water pump, thermostat. We're doing a Karadzic metal head gasket, ARP head studs. Just a really nice kind of fresh, just a reliable RB25. So I gotta put all this stuff together. It's coming with this head, So that's going to be kind of cool. It's actually going to an NFL player. He's a rookie this year on the Houston Texans. So he's going to be getting himself a pretty sweet RB25 when we're all said and done. We are going to be assembling here. The head is actually going to, we need to deck it for the metal head gasket. The block, we will be fine. I'll just go ahead and clean it up really nice. But yeah, man, that's kind of just the update on the 25. Like I said, I have another one. I have a fresh head. I sold my buddy my block a while back, and he hasn't really done much with it, so I'll probably be able to buy that back from him, or worst comes to worst, I'll just buy a whole nother RB25 like complete set. That way I have the transmission also. We'll kind of see. And then obviously, if anything, the 25 would have made its way into the S13. So, but there's no rush really. This thing is running phenomenal, you know. And then with the 2JZ coming, again, no rush. So as far as that body kit, I think once I sell out all my posters, I'll be able to go ahead and go through that body kit, which is pretty awesome. So it may take a little bit of time, but it's definitely on its way. So yeah, because I mean, I can't get over how nice it looks, and I mean, I think it's gonna look absolutely beastly on this thing. And yeah, I know, cutting it up, we don't really want to cut it up, but you know what? I'm willing to sacrifice it, dude. It looks so damn good. All right, look at that. Little bit better, eh? Still, place is just cluttered with stuff, but at least we can walk around. So check this out. We have our 2JZ engine stand ready to go. I mean, granted, this whole RB25 stuff will kind of be put away pretty soon. Well, I guess in the next couple weeks, once we start getting stuff going, we're going to order parts here in the next couple days. And from there, we should get this build kind of going. Now, a lot of you guys have been asking me, like, as far as transmission, what we're running, what the plan is. And to be honest, I still don't really know, and I kind of have to figure it out pretty soon. Now, obviously, CD09 is, like, the way to go. Obviously, we all know that. But to get the Collins adapter kit, unless there's another one on the market that I'm just not aware of, everything with the clutch and flywheel, everything that we need to get the thing bolted up, it's about 1,900 bucks. And that doesn't even include a drive shaft. That doesn't include the mount that we have to go ahead and make. So, and the shifter, you know what I mean? So, it's a really expensive setup. So I'm not really too sure if I'm gonna be able to go with that route right off the bat. It kind of sucks. Like for me, I want to be able to. I hate doing things twice, and obviously CD09 is the way to go first time, and you never have to mess with it again. But I mean, man, like $3 grand, probably a little bit more. Probably be like 3,500, 4,000 bucks just in a transmission by the time you're all said and done. So I don't know, that's like almost twice as much as what I paid for the 2J alone. So I'm not really too sure what I want to go, like how I want to go about it. BMW ZF transmission, but I guess the ratios are weird. Obviously R154. I don't know, man. It's gonna be really expensive. So that's one thing I definitely have to figure out. If you guys have like 5-speed parts for the 300, like the pedals, the trim, stuff like that, let me know, because I definitely need to buy that stuff, because that car is obviously an automatic right now. And I'm also debating, I was just thinking about this. I think I'm gonna go ahead and paint the engine bay like properly, because since I'm gonna have the 240 to drive, I'm gonna try and get the transmission. I definitely gotta get the transmission swapped out this week, this coming week, so I can go ahead and start ripping out the VG in the 300. So yeah, I'm thinking I want the car to be white in the end, like the white Z's. I don't know, I've always wanted a white Z. The first car I ever looked at, like ever, was a 370Z pearl white twin turbo Z. So I mean, I've had just the love with that color and car combination forever. So you know, that's kind of where my heart is going towards. Maybe we'll do a white engine bay, as crazy as that kind of seems with the red paint. I mean, granted, it'll go with our wheels and stuff like that, but initially that's kind of my thought, like the red and white. I mean, don't really want to go for a candy cane theme, but I guess we kind of have to look at the end goal, you know, as far as like the color with the car. So let me know what you guys think. If you guys have ideas, drop them down below. But I think I'm actually gonna go a little bit crazier with the whole build process. Obviously, just make it super clean. You know, the initial plan was just to take out the VG, clean up the engine bay, because it has a bunch of undercoating on it. So it's like that black tar stuff. That's gonna take a long time to go ahead and clean up. So, you know, that's, at first I was just gonna go ahead and do that, clean it up, then go ahead and pop the 2J in. But I don't know, that's just not my style, you know what I mean? So obviously with my 240, you guys saw that this is my first engine bay I ever painted, and it still just looks freaking awesome. It's super dirty and it's dark, but it looks righteous. Another thing I kind of have to figure out, kind of a bigger picture here is, you know, winter's coming up, and you know, I told myself that I would like to move south, but you know, I don't know how that's gonna work out here. I really don't want to move down south on my own. If I were to move south, I'd probably have to go ahead and look for like a full-time job just so I have some guaranteed income, unless I just had like multiple builds lined up. That's kind of the only way I could probably, like, you know, at least on my own, you know what I'm saying? That being said, if there's anyone down south, like, you know, Atlanta area that is looking for a roommate that has a shop or a garage or something, hit me up, bro. Let's work together. Let's figure something out, you know? But for real, that's kind of where I stand with that kind of whole deal. So, and I'm also just thinking, you know, should I stay around here, you know, where the winter is kind of slow and I guess we can build stuff, but I don't know. We gotta figure things out.